Alrighty, it sounds like we are ready for some heckin' dang Mega Man and base with Protokami. I hope y'all are excited because I'm excited. I don't know if this is a different category than what I've seen, but I earnestly don't really care because I love watching Protokami's runs just in general, and he has those good runs. I'm not trying to say that he's got that good content and just kind of project onto y'all, but I'm just saying it's gonna be a good run. So let's go ahead and get kicked off with some Mega Man and base.
All right. Man, you just sat here and hyped me up. Now I gotta.
I just saw
now I
your
gotta
face on the
perform.
camera, and that was fantastic too. Where you're just like, are you
Let's.
not hyped? Are you not energized?
I am. I am something. but you know what? I'm here and I'm ready to do a run. Right. That's the important thing. Doing it for a good cause. I just want to say real quick, thank you to everybody that's tuned in. Thank you to the runners as well for being able to take time out to do this. I really do appreciate that. This is the Mega Man and base 20% base run. This is probably one of the better runs in my opinion between the two, just because base has a lot more movement compared to Mega Man in this run. He has more mobility in terms of double jump and a dash, and Mega Man, or Rockman, whichever one you want to call it, he does better with the boss fights. He does a lot more damage with the charge shots. Pretty cool little game. I played it for the first time on the GBA. Had no idea it came out on the SNES. Looked at the price and was not too happy about it, as is with all retro games, right? But here we are. We are playing this on the Super Nintendo. I did manage to snag a copy for a decent price. Yeah, I guess that's enough gushing over the game. We'll go ahead and get started. Time starts when I select the character. So we're gonna give it a 3 count. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this run too because I know that this is a run. No, like really, because I know that this is a run that's near and dear to you as well.
It is.
I know that you ran it for one of the Black events over on Ye Old GDQ channel, so I'm happy to see it back in rotation, especially since Base is a character that I don't know if this is correct information or not, so maybe you can help me out with this a little bit, Toto. But I know you're doing just some dash tech to get through your mandatory first Mega Man level of, okay, so you're in the city and things are bad.
Yes.
Your story has started. But is this the only title that actually has Base as an appearing playing character?
No, so there is there's another game that's out. Can't remember what the platform it was on. It's like a really old platform. It's the same platform that has one of the obscure Klonoa games. But he's a playable character in that one too, where you have an option. Same thing. You have an option between Mega Man or Base. And you are fighting a version of an evil Mega Man from the future. And I think this is the storyline where Mega Man gets stuck on the moon. And that's kind of like where the story ends.
Oh. I feel like a lot just happened there all at once. That's
Yeah, I did throw a lot.
Well, it's a Mega Man on the moon. Probably Mega Man is evil, and then it's on the obscure system. It's probably Japan only on top of that, and all sorts of. Oh. Okay, so much.
Yeah, so Proto Man takes an L, which sucks because Proto Man is actually my favorite character. That's where part of my name comes from.
I was just about to say Proto Man. Is that how we got Protokami?
That is exactly how we got Protokami. And that's gonna be the staple for him. He's gonna take 2 massive L's. Again, really sucks, but you know, it's part of the story.
Now I remember you talking about this boss before, where he's a little bit of a pain strictly because of the fact that he's absorbing all those bullets that you're shooting at him. So you have to do like certain tech in order to even force the bullets through, and that's not even speedrun tech. That's like the intended way to fight.
That's the intended way to fight. And what we do is once we get them opened up, we move forward as we shoot, and you get more bullets set out. So instead of doing Instead of doing 2 to 3, you end up doing 3 to 4 hits at a time.
Oh, Yeah, and that's tough, especially considering like if you mess up your cadence or your charge shots and stuff like that,
Yes.
and it resets you. Yeah. Do you remember how we used to play this as children? Anyway.
Right. I think I can still count on one hand how many times I've beaten this game as a kid.
You know, that's fair. That's really fair. I feel like at this point we're adults and playing the games, and it's like have a score to settle because you beat me up when I was a child.
That's exactly what it is. Like, you know what? You messed up my childhood. I'm coming back for blood.
All right, so what we got going on with the snowman boss here?
We are just shooting him in the face.
Oh,
we use double jumps to kind of keep the hits consistent. There's a way to do that in one cycle. I haven't quite mastered it yet, but yeah, he's a chunky boy.
You haven't quite mastered it yet on the game that, if I recall correctly, when you first showcased this, you only had about 3 weeks of playtime underneath it.
Listen, we don't talk about that. But yes, I had only been speedrunning the game for about, 3 or 4 weeks, and I made it into top 10.
Love that for
the base run.
Absolutely sensational. Oh,
and it just goes to, it's one of those things, right, where you go, I'm sorry, can't use my mouth words today. You know, speedrunning games you love versus speedrunning games that are popular, right? Those go hand in hand, and you know that's also cool. Now, what I'm doing here is we're shooting him in the face again, right? The go-to for base tech. With, I call him Maytag Man, but that's not his name. With him, he has really high invul, and he can only get taken down 1 HP at a time. So it's literally just keeping it going, waiting for an opportunity to hit, and getting out of the way of that cloud guy. Because if he touches you, you can't act for a little while, and that can definitely mess you up.
Oh, so that increases time, but also that's just rude.
Yes, and we got him.
Excellent. And I know too that that's like the case with the first Mega Man boss for many of them, where it's like the first boss is actually the one that is like the most painful to do. So, but then once you start getting your kind of cadence going and grabbing weapons for weaknesses and stuff, it gets a little bit better until they start throwing nonsense at you.
Exactly. Now, I can't speak for all Mega Man games, but for this one in particular, his weakness is the last power you get. So there's actually no way to go into this with his weakness. Now, there is the gauntlet later on in the game, and I know that's a staple for all Mega Mans. You pretty much just don't give him a chance to attack, which is nice.
That's how you gotta be sometimes. Oh, and I also, can I sneak in a quick donation that just came in?
Yes, go for it.
Excellent. So we have a $10 donation from Spin Their Yarns. I had to look at that for a second because I wanted to say Ryan's, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. Spin Their Yarns. And this is for the Silent Hill UFO ending, please. So again, thank you so much for your generous donation. I greatly appreciate it, as does Gabby and friends. If you want to know how to donate, !donate in chat to get the link. And if you're not sure what's open right now, !incentives, make sure when you're donating that you put what you want it to go towards in the notes line, even if it's a loving message to Gabby as well. Why not both? We have the Silent Hill ending incentive open for a little while, but we also, until the end of the day, have our Metroid, oh my god, is it Metroid Dread? I almost did the wrong game. Metroid Dread incentive open. If we hit $2,500 by the end of the day, we're gonna add in a whole extra run. Y'all want more content, right?
I would love more content.
I am here to enjoy content. I don't know about y'all, but I like the content. We also have one other thing open for the bid war of Saw the Game, if you want to do the breeding ending versus the truth ending. But more about the game that we're watching here. What is all this pokey action? What is this?
A lot kind of took place. So we are moving we're moving as fast as we can to keep that from happening. Big Eddie's hit like a ton of bricks. Hey, all right, I'm gonna power through that. So you saw me do a few things. Actually, hold on, I gotta focus on this.
That's perfectly fine. Very okay. Max, you would have to focus on a man who has a bit lighter for a head.
Yeah.
Hey, let me stop.
No, you're fine. Okay, so there is a way to pretty much infinite him. We didn't get it, but I did manage to get him to stop moving for a second so I could get... Typically what you want to do is you want to dash up like I just did, throw an ice shield, and right when he gets back in, position yourself to just throw the wall back out and push him back in. Do it 3 times and it's to death. If you don't get that, he's actually a bit of a wild card because he can do a number of things from jumping in the air and dashing completely into you and causing fire waves to come out. And if you're already low on health, it could be a really big problem. But he got one of the better patterns. So lucky. All right, this is probably one of... I have a lot of people tell me that this is the best song in the game. I don't think it is, but I'm going to let you guys take a listen to it, and I hope you get to see for yourself and enjoy.
I'll stay quiet so we can listen to it even. I failed that test. I can't stay quiet.
That's fine. We're coming up on our first zip.
Oh.
Because, you know, every Mega Man's got to have a zip in it.
We do stand zips in speed running.
Yes.
Just one of those things.
There it is.
Oh, awesome. So now, how much of the level did that just cut through? Was that just like an entire underpass, or did this maybe take you to like a much further area? No,
so it's just a slight underpass instead of just going down and kind of platforming. That guy will hit you for a lot of health, so we avoid him.
I also just always have loved the creativity that comes into Mega Man games and how they take so many different creatures and animals and inanimate objects, and they're like, we can make this into a mech.
Yeah, right?
Right, like, this can be a mech. Like, that whale mech was dope, and then, like, the clam mech was also dope, because I'm sitting here like, we're underwater, but yet, we got Misfortunes X over here. Okay. I think the hat is the first thing that came to mind. Like, oh god, you look like you got dropped by Misfortune.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and the water is draining.
Yeah. So as it goes down, he ends up doing a thing like that where he just kind of raises it back up so he can use his bubble ability. But we typically don't give him an opportunity to. With that fight, you can honestly just power through it if you manage to make it through without taking any damage. Between him raising the water level, jumping, and going into his bubble, it wastes enough frames for you to get a few good attacks in to just power through it. But we have to do a little bit of dodging for the remote mines just to make sure, you know, we don't take that L.
I feel like we want to take as few L's as possible. Unless L. That's a whole different conversation.
Yep.
An entirely different conversation.
Typically like to save my L's for the end game because the gauntlet is a pain. So we're gonna go over here to the... I actually don't know what this is called, but we go over here and we break these crystals to get these giant screws that we use as currency in this game. We're going to be picking up some key items needed to progress the run, and I'll explain what they are when we get there.
Okay. And I was going to say, in terms of naming conventions, I think that if we just refer to it as a teleporter, that shouldn't mess up too many of the Mega Man girlies.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like you're teleporting places. It's fine. Oh, these screws are like giant too. Like,
yeah.
Bigger than your Sprite.
They want to make sure you know, like, these are worth a lot. You're getting money.
So are those screws in those designated rooms that you went to, and then like you would have to just kind of like explore around and see what you have to do, or are those all like, does each room have screws, or? So
each room has a screw, yes. Typically what you do is at the end of the game, you come back after you beat all the robot masters, and you have to destroy all the crystals to have access to the final level. But we go there early to pick up the 3 screws to pick up what I just got, which is a dash booster and something called counter attacker, where once we get below a certain threshold on health, damage does double.
I was actually going to ask you about that. I was going to make a comment about how I also love that when you're low health, you get a special sprite animation for that.
Yes.
But that also is going to be, I would assume, helpful now that you've picked up that item, so that you know, okay, I'm in the threshold. This is where I'm going to have more damage output.
Yes. So anything under 8, it puts you in that threshold. We typically try, and you're seeing me taking intentional damage because I'm trying to hit that threshold. Wait on him. That will activate our counter attacker. And I just did a jump during a cutscene to set that mine there so we can get our early hit in. 2 hits and he's out. And that's the counter attacker damage.
Oh my gosh. That's disgusting, actually.
I'm gonna play it a little safe here. Normally we just kind of like push about just to, you know, get through as fast as we can.
Yeah. But when you have that low threshold, it's like, but there's still a non-zero chance that, again, L's can be issued, and we don't do that.
Trying to make our way down through the secret passage. I'm gonna play it safe, pick this guy up, push ourselves down with the ice block just to get through the sand a little faster. Move our way on through. We're gonna activate our flamethrower. Got all these guys.
Every RPG player is in shambles because they just saw all those boxes and was like, I want them, but I know I'm gonna die.
Yep. Yeah, so a lot of those are actually fake.
Oh, that's pain.
Yeah.
All right, so this boss is here, but your health is super low, so I'm gonna mellow out for a second so you can.
All right. Watch him see what he does. Nice. So this fight makes me super nervous because I can never figure out what he's going to do or how he's going to do it. I try to jump when he jumps to try and avoid him. And I had to keep in mind, right, when he jumps vertically. He doesn't jump towards you. Because I make a bad habit of jumping into him as I'm jumping to avoid. But we we remembered this time.
I'm proud of you. Love that for you. I also like this color for the spread drill. Also, I do want to put out just some reminders in chat as well that we are raising money for Blackheart's Boston Fund. !donate in chat to drop off a donation at the Ko-fi. And we do have some awesome incentives open as well. !incentives in chat. We have an awesome incentive for $2,500 at the end of the day for Metroid Dread being added to the schedule. We also have a bid war going for Saw the Game, the Truth ending versus the Freedom ending. And we have a, oh no, I tried to do them all off the top of my head. Oh no, I can remember it. I can remember it. No, I can't. I know I can't. I'm going to just be honest with myself. The Silent Hill 3 ending for the UFO ending. There we go. I was like, I can do all these off the top of my head. No, I absolutely did not. I'm a terrible host, y'all. I apologize. Oh, it's the mandatory side scroller level.
It's the mandatory side scroller.
Oh, God.
Second best song in the game, though.
Oh. He's starting his fight back up.
Okay.
For what it's worth, I always love a good fight about music, especially because it's like almost everyone. It's usually like 2 universal songs across every game where it's like, what is the best song? And it's those 2 that get picked every single time, and that's where the fight just lives. So we just saw some regular traversal here. And I'm assuming that once you get closer to the bosses when you're going to start zooming, but just taking the damage boost.
Yes.
Oh no. Gabby's coming after me. It's fine. This is fine.
What happened?
I said Gabby's coming after me. Like, don't make me break out the gentle positivity frog. The frog that's like, you love yourself. I'm like, oh no! Being threatened with kindness, help! Uh-oh.
Okay, so I think I'm 1 above the threshold, so I think I'm just gonna play it safe because bosses hit for a lot.
I was gonna say, they usually do like big chunky damage if I recall correctly.
Well, we'll take the hit. It's fine.
Oh.
Whoa, hey, that's... Play nice, please. Play nice, please. Thank you.
He had to get his freaking fire miles in right
Yeah. Hit me with the quick shimmy there. Fun fact, his flying animation is not an animation. It's literally just him in his pose,
I wasn't gonna say that.
and they're just moving him in a squiggle until he attacks.
I wasn't gonna say it. Because I feel like that was the case for a lot of games in this era. I don't think I actually saw a sprite that did its own kind of movement dedicated to it until we got into maybe like Sonic and Knuckles. Because I know distinctly like Metal Sonic on the Knuckles path actually had the switch up animation. But before that, you always had Robotnik in his Botnik mobile.
Yeah.
And it just kind of wavered up and down, and it's like, there, it looks like flying, and it's like, that's the same. Oh no, chat, positivity frog. No.
Yeah, I saw that.
I would say, where's the positivity frog? See, now, Gabby, you got to deliver it. You shouldn't offer something you ain't want to deliver. See, now that's your fault. So it looks like for a lot of this, there's not going to be like a mountain of zips or glitches. I'm assuming that that's intentional, and that's also part of like your category and whatnot, although it is any percent. But nonetheless, there's not a lot going on in terms of, oh, I have to push through walls, I have to go through ceilings, I have to zip across like entire levels, because we've only seen one zip so far. And
yeah, so there are only 2 major zips in this run. One is the zip that you just saw, and the other one is the king skip. At the end, so there's a 2-part boss fight. I didn't know he could shoot down. That's new to me.
Whole run about to be rerouted.
Yeah, yeah.
You were talking about the king skip.
Yes. So we skip the like that. We skip the first fight. Go right into the second one. Oh.
They trying to bully you.
Yeah. I'm gonna be quiet for just a second. Play it a little safe.
Ooh, that's a long rotation cycle.
It is, but that's fine. It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
You grabbed an extra couple here and there though on purpose for things like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's been cycle that was brutal. I feel like that was 84 years.
It really was.
No.
That's fine. I'm taking intentional damage.
Oh, yeah, to get back where you are. Yeah,
hey, make that up.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, it's like, hey, we saw that was off the script, so we're gonna go ahead and hand that back.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What you just saw me do was I canceled the. I canceled the hit, so I didn't intentionally run. So I didn't run into him and take that L that I just took. But it's fine. It's fine.
That's fine. It's still first time. We'll be fine. I don't know why y'all thought y'all saw that a second time. That was probably some of the Fantastic Mr. Fox nonsense here.
Somebody hijacked the stream.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was that Square Enix game. I forget the name of it, but it had like a jester-looking dude. God, I can't think of the name of it. It's gonna come to me like an hour later. I'm gonna like shout it in the middle of another run.
Had a jester.
It wasn't a jester. Is it Balan Wonderland?
I don't know.
The guy that was on it for the front runner, I always thought looked real goofy. So that's why I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. But okay.
Okay, so remember how I said that there were only 2 major skips?
Zips? Yeah.
Zips? I lied.
These things
I'm
happen.
sorry.
It happens. You're trying to run a game while your host is talking your ear off, so stuff.
We actually, yeah, we actually have 2 zips here,
okay.
And they're not really zips; they're more push throughs. So, under him,
sir.
Ooh.
Sir.
Yeah, I know.
This is like, what are these hops, sir?
Unintentional double jump. That's okay.
I'm just
like using flame here to make sure that anything that pops out doesn't kind of get you in the face.
I was gonna say, I kind of saw like they come in at that angle. So that was kind of like what you were doing earlier, but you have to remember the boss jumps vertically. Uh-oh.
Yes. So we're gonna play Simon Says here, but not really. Too close. Oh wow.
I believe.
There it is. All right, cool.
Yeah, we don't have time for Simon Says memorization.
We really don't.
No, I'm just gonna go through that wall. And then I think you're for a good chunk of your glitches and zips that you do in this, don't you use that little ice wall guy? Because now that I'm playing, I think there's another one that I do remember, and it might be this level, but it's also a long time. Oh, look at her with the good memory. You love to see it.
Oh. I couldn't. I could not remember if it was 2 or 3.
Oh, that's okay.
And I got okay.
We have the backup.
We do. There we go. All right, cool. All right, second door.
Thank you so much, Nacho and Blackheart, for blessing the run.
That was a little too close. There we go.
It's so funny that like you can find the perfect spot to just glitch through it, and it's like doors are optional.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a door there, I guess.
No, we're not gonna use. We don't need it.
And as Oz just kind of popped off in chat, reminder that we are raising money for Gabby's Boston Fund. Exclamation point donate and exclamation point incentives in chat to see everything that we have open right now, and to make sure that you put out your donation on the Ko-fi. But as a reminder, when you donate, label what you're donating for. This way we know to add it to the incentive so that you can see all that extra content that you're helping Gabby move with, but also paying for, essentially. So you just threw cards at that man.
Pretty much. Magic beats science. You know, Astro Man, he's all about that science, but can't handle a few magic tricks.
Imagine being bullied by cards. Got some real big.
Hey, you know what? These aren't regular cards. These are the latest. What is it? The Kaiba edition Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I just want to say, are these the new Yu-Gi-Ohs that just dropped?
Yeah, this is the new Yu-Gi-Oh deck that just dropped. My man's couldn't handle the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Oh my God, not this Blue Eyes White Dragon. That's gonna be the bane of the show for eternity.
All right, this is the best stage right here. This is the best stage music right here, hands down.
I think it's because dude got like the big World of Warcraft shoulders going.
Yeah.
I could just be making up theories. I don't know. I just go with it. Explosions.
We can go with that.
I mean, listen, the bigger the shoulder pads, the more important it is, right?
Yeah.
The better it is. So we're already doing our damage boosting and whatnot, just to kind of start working on that late game. Oh, okay, it's time for the boss. I understand my face is bleeding, but I'll patient. I can guarantee it.
That's okay. So there is a zip that you can do here. I'm gonna try and do it again. Whoa, didn't know that went to the next screen. Good to know.
I was gonna say, I wasn't expecting that ice block to come over with you like, hey homie.
Oh yeah, no, he wants to play. The zip doesn't really, it saves time, not too much though. You just clip into the conveyor belt and you can do a reverse, what do you call it? A reverse dash to go the direction that you want to go. I try not to use too many ice walls just because it's used for this area right here.
And intended use of ice wall stuff now. Oh no, we're still going through doors and stuff.
Oh yeah. Except if you don't get it, it's a little detrimental.
Now wait a minute, why did ice wall go through there? Sir.
There we go. Navigate these dark rooms, avoid these spikes, drop down, over, and we're out.
Yeah, y'all couldn't see it, but the anxiety I had just now was real.
All you have to do is, not die.
Oh, thank you for that wise wisdom. It's greatly appreciated.
As is with all runs, right? Just don't die.
Yeah, the dark room memorization in any game is always like just one of those walls for me. It must be boss time because that's how you
It
turn
is.
back and actively hit dude.
And this guy, he can be really nice or really not so nice. To keep it PG.
Oh, it's because he got those wild shoulders. He'll be fine.
Yeah. And this is why he's a pain. He has a little charging station that he likes to use. What? So if you time your double jump, you can actually have that copy ability that you learn hit both of the charging ports at the very top. You have to hit both of them in order to get him off. What the game wants you to do is get on one platform, shoot it down, get on the other platform, shoot the other one down. Obviously, that's not fast enough.
Do I have time to read a couple of donations?
Go for it.
Excellent. So we have a $3 donation from Oz. So excited for day 2 of this event. Let's all help Gabby as much as we can, and hopefully we can meet that Metroid Dread incentive. And this donation goes towards the Silent Hill UFO ending. And again, exclamation point incentives in chat. We have the Silent Hill ending incentive open, and that's going to be open for a couple more hours. We have the Metroid Dread incentive that's open until the end of the day. If we hit $2,500, we will get some Metroid Dread. And we have a bid war open right now for Saw the Game, the Truth versus Freedom ending. Get those donations in and make sure that you add in your note what you want that to go towards. We have another donation from Iggy Zig for $20 saying, "Thank you everyone for putting on this phenomenal weekend. I hope this contribution reciprocates in some small way the joy and enthusiasm Gabby brings to everyone she's touched, and that helps bring better things to her life. Donation goes to Gabby's Choice, less than 3. All right, Gabby, I see you in chat. You out here, you still ain't delivered your positivity frog, so now you got to deliver where this incentive going. You behind schedule. I'm just out there. You behind schedule. Ooh, not you yelling at Oz. See, you trying to detract from the issue at hand. But what's the incentive donation going to? So we're going back and we're getting more screws. That was perfect because now you're shopping.
Yep.
Oh, fantastic.
And now we're done.
Things come together.
So we typically don't do this in this part of the run, but I'm gonna grab a few things just to kind of make this a little easier. We're also gonna pick up some extra lives because you always want to be prepared.
Great choice by Gabby. Great choice by Gabby for the donation incentive.
And now we go into the gauntlet.
Now, I know that there's stuff to say, but I think that just because it's Mega Man, the gauntlet is always like a mandatory staple of, so you think you're going to beat the game. Well, what if you beat all the bosses over again?
Yes.
And that is probably one of the things in Mega Man games. And I'm purposely talking to you because I know that you're going to be doing a lot of like movement and then having to deal with bosses and all that stuff. Okay,
yes.
I got to drag the ice block for a second. Okay, it knew that the drag was coming.
It did, because it was not wanting to play nice.
At all. That happened like 3 times in a row, and I'm like, man, listen, I'm going to need you to put the second ice block and stop playing in everybody's face. Thank you. Right. Yeah, the gauntlet is always, I think, one of the most daunting things about any Mega Man entry because it's already hard enough to even get to this point. So then to say every boss back to back, that's wild to me.
It's absolutely nuts.
Especially when it's like, oh, you had maybe 5 to 7 of those joints.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're like, nah, do them all together. It's just like, what?
And hey, you can't forget the I didn't activate that. You can't forget the boss fights that are part of this stage, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So Mega Man games will put you through the ringer. So anytime I see Mega Man runs in general, it's always impressive just because Mega Man games are not kind. Like that, I'll just say it plainly, they are not kind. And it doesn't matter what flavor of Mega Man you're really doing. Mega Man games did not like you as a child.
Mm-hmm.
At all. They looked great. They were super iconic. All your homies got one Mega Man that they played. Note that I said played and not beat.
Okay, we're playing it close here.
Oh, that makes me uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable.
Oh, that makes me super uncomfortable. Talbot, thank you so much for blessing me.
Okay. So there are a couple of things to note when you're doing this fight. You have to keep track of where your platform is compared to, like, I guess that's one hit kill lava. But also
one hit kill lava.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that didn't happen because I had low health. That happened because, yeah, by design, that stuff just kills you.
You remember the time I said that Mega Man games hated kids?
Yeah, this is proof.
How long ago was that? I think that was like, what, maybe an hour ago? Oh, wow. So just to kind of highlight for people who didn't realize that too, the platform actually did just now make it into the lava, but luckily Proto had some iframes going.
Yep.
So the iframes literally saved you.
Saved my life. Yep.
Wow.
Now, you can also get lucky and have one of the, you saw those little mini robots popping out?
Mm-hmm.
You can have one of those hit you.
As you're like,
I guess as you're like going in. Yeah.
Oh, no, see. Oh, I'm super uncomfortable. Holy
and like,
it's
yeah, and I mean, the majority of that fight was just poor placement on my part for cutting my clone.
That's fair. That's fair, because yeah, it makes sense that the clone got to do the work while you're sitting here literally fighting for your life to keep your feet from burning off.
Time jumps here. Those guys, they stall. They're just a big stall. They also steal your screws.
Oh, they take money. No.
Mm-hmm.
Today on things we don't have time. Why is there a tank?
This is the first, or I guess the second mini boss fight. Oh, we didn't get it. Okay, it's fine.
I'll wait till it's done, and I would like to know what it is that you did not get.
So it's a one cycle.
Oh.
And I slightly missed it. What is going on? So this guy, I can never make heads or tails with this guy on what to do. Like he just kind of does what he wants. There's no way to really oh, I know what's happening. Yeah.
Oh, they were being particular about like,
yeah.
Oh.
So I didn't have counterattacker on, and that's why. So normally he dies in two of those remote mines. There we go. All right. Let him come up a little bit. So now what I want him to do, go back. I want him away from that wall. Let him come up a little bit further. All right. We'll make a roll back. Oh, no, he won't. Okay.
I feel like it's just being rude to be rude at you at this point.
That is literally this boss. Like I wish that, I could say like, oh no, I'm just being a really bad player right now. No, this guy is quite literally the worst.
There's just, sir, I need you to like get it together. So there we go. I was gonna say I was concerned when your copy ability went up and I didn't see his body actually flashing.
Yeah. So if he goes off screen, whatever. So like if I tied a mine to him and he went off screen, the mine would go away.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh.
Yeah, and that's that. Yeah, those guys are designed to keep you from being able to jump up like that. Oh, okay. So typically how it is you lightning. You lightning 3 times to get rid of the turret. You lightning 2 times for the bombs, and then you can use the mines on the hatch, and that gets rid of them. But we have to do a little extra.
And yes, Blue, mine despawning is the rudest. Honestly speaking, a lot of the games in the in the old school era, they would do stuff like that, where if stuff went off screen, then anything that you set up and did, it was like, no, that's an eraser. Like the edge of the wall just functions as a eraser. Oh no. So I was thinking about y'all know that I watch runs, and I will sit there and be like, wow, this seems fun. I'll try this. Proto, congratulations. You have found the run that every time you go further, I'm like, nah, fam, I'm not running this. Ain't no way. There is no way. I'm not built for it. I can accept defeat.
About to. Ooh, okay, we got it. That is a huge L. if that laser comes out.
Is the laser also a one-shot kill?
It can be.
I love that you started to say yes, and it's like, well, technically, and I'm like, I already hate this answer. Oh, I don't want it.
There we go. Oh no, that was intentional, by the way. You skip a cutscene by taking a death at the same time you kill him.
You know what? Sure. Like,
but
no, that
wasn't
planned.
intentional.
No, that went exactly as planned.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that wasn't intentional though. I mistimed the double jump.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. That's why we got the lives.
Oh my gosh. And Blue, don't get me wrong. I'ma still play retro. Like I said, I'm not gonna speed run it. I ain't say I wasn't gonna play it. I just said I ain't gonna speed run it. I'll be like, wow, that was great. So are you gonna speed run it? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No, not even a little bit. I'm gonna stick to my time spinner rando and have a great time, and just be angry when my seed starts me with like a radiant orb, and I'm like, this is not okay. I can't do damage with this, but thank you. Oh, is this King Room?
Yep.
Oh,
got it. Hold on. Woo. Okay, yeah, I did it too late. That's okay.
No.
That's okay.
Oh, I just got caught up on it. I just saw that you got it, and the game was like, nah.
Yeah.
Back up.
So you can go too far down. You really got to be on your P's and Q's with the start button.
Then let me, when you get back in there, not speak, because I've been talking a lot, and I want to make sure that you have the time to focus.
Oh no, you're absolutely fine. The hardest part of the trick, honestly, is just doing the skip, or doing the clip into the wall with the ice.
Fair enough. I was gonna say just doing a skip, and it's like, oh, you mean like the hardest part of the speed run is just not dying? That tracks.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch this.
All right. So
all right,
what you saw.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what you saw. So typically when you do this trick, you will with jumping, you'll zip upwards. That's what I'll say it was designed for. We'll say that.
Okay.
But if you, for whatever reason, do a jump first, and then use the lightning, it shoots you downward. I don't know why it works that way, but that's just how it is.
Sometimes coding for games does interesting things. All right, let's try this again.
There we go. You see, he doesn't like being around me.
Oh, there we go. And that's what the question I was actually going to ask specifically was, not you left that nerd behind. It's like, nah, I'm not fighting you, actually. But that's what I was going to ask when you said you're going down too low. So you were going too low, and the game registered that you were completely out of bounds and said, no, hold this L. But if you go just low enough, then it's like, well, I mean, you're out, but whatever type of thing.
Yeah. Come on.
This is your reminder, chat, that this is part of the gauntlet, as in we still haven't even got to the part where we have to start punching former bosses in the throat.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, cool.
I just realized too that that's the tank from before, and then the helicarrier from before just stacked on top of each other.
Yes.
That's gross.
It's very gross. So flame shot is that weapon's weakness, and it's a lot harder with base because I think with Mega Man, his flame actually starts in an upward position, but base his starts down. So you have to start the flame before you do the jump. So that way, when you get up there,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to get up there and make sure that your flame is ready to rock and roll as opposed to. So what you're saying is that Mega Man is easier. It's because he's vanilla, and I said what I said. Anyway,
that's exactly what it is.
All right, so this is the first boss that we have originally, where you didn't have a strength against him, so to speak. So the strategy is just shoot him in the face a lot.
Oh, that's a no, because I did it right in front of him. Okay.
Oh, that's awful.
I forget that his iframes. You know what? This is fine. This helps me out a lot because I think that's the next fight, and we were out of that power.
Oh, wonderful.
Started as normal. Take a few extra hits. Make sure that I'm not under him when I start using his weakness because his iframes stop as soon as you regain control. One hit.
Oh man, he's going through it too.
Yep.
Out here looking like a mean beam machine character losing in Puyo Puyo.
I forgot all about that. That's exactly what that looks like.
Yeah. You have to understand, when that came up on the roster for June 2nd, I screamed, but it's like, nah, just kid, it won't. All right, so we're bound to boss number 2. Now, are these aren't in the same order? No, because this is the guy you throw Yu-Gi-Oh cards at.
Yes.
Oh no. On the plus side, one thing I do appreciate about the gauntlets is that the bosses themselves don't change. So if you figured out how to beat them the first time, dog, are you kidding right now? Okay, never mind. I saw that he did his laser beam and stuff, and it's like, okay, but you know that I need the bottom.
Yeah.
Let's not do this. The one thing I will say I appreciate is that the bosses don't change in cycles or moves or anything like that. So if you've killed them one time, you know how to kill them. It's now just a case of Mega Man was really out here priming kids to be speedrunners because you had to remember how to do stuff. And this is the guy with your favorite music. Well, his level at least. Now remember, this one was the copy ability. It says you're the first viewer of the stream because you redeemed first.
There we go. That one was a little dicey, just because that little beam that he has. Oh, that is not the ability I wanted. Oof. It's almost bad times. That little ability that he has when he throws those orbs out, they are this real quick. They go after you, but you can kind of stand in the shadow of the ability and have the ability absorb the attack.
Okay. So while you're fighting Misfortune's ex-boyfriend, I do want to remind chat that we are raising money for Gabby's Boston Fund or Blackheart Wings Boston Fund. ! Donate in chat to donate to the Ko-fi link. And if you want to donate towards an incentive, just make sure that you add the incentive to the note. ! Incentives in chat if you ever need a reminder of it and your host isn't reminding you, but I'm going to let you know right now what those incentives are. So we currently have open the endings for Silent Hill. We, hang on, I have to remember which ending it is. I am playing it off of memory this time. The bonus UFO ending for Silent Hill. We also have Saw the Game as a bid war. You can do the freedom ending or the truth ending. When you're donating to that, just make sure you designate which ending you want to do. And then if we get $2,500 by the end of today, we will be adding a whole Metroid Dread No Major Glitches run. We have a little under $700 remaining for that because we want to get to $2,500 before the end of the day. So chat, ! Donate, ! Incentives. Get those donations in if you want more of that tasty speedrunning content. Oh my gosh, I have to just say, I hate this man's design. I can't stand him.
Okay, most of us can't stand him either.
It's just the way, I think it's the color scheme that irritates me.
It's the face for me. I just can't do it. Absolutely can't do it.
Yeah, it's, that's one of those why not both ones, right? Why not both? So now, even though you're killing them, are they just spawning new ones each time, and then the intention is for them to like still bounce through stuff, or does only one bounce through at a time? Okay. Just wondering
Well,
about
the door that I'm looking for is on the right side, but I try to get them down far enough. Where they can just go right for the door for me. And it just works a lot faster when I can reset them.
Yeah, because it looks like they're always coming down on that left side. Olmec could never. If you know what I'm referencing, I'm so sorry. That's another game I need to play that I'm just like, am I built for this? I don't know.
Here, thank you.
I'm nice. And then like you forced him to stay under. I see. Oh my god. That man was just in your like prep room, like, what up, homie?
He really was. Just
I hate that for you, like, immensely.
Okay. We got it.
I know what this guy looks like. He looks like the jesters from Sonic Mania. Boom! He looks like those robot dudes.
Yes.
That's what it is. Like, you look like something I played extensively, and I can't put my finger on it. It's the robot guys from Sonic Mania. And the game I was thinking of earlier was Ball in Wonderland, where like the main character you play kind of looks like that too. I was also going to comment, I didn't get to before, this guy knows that he's supposed to be in Sonic 2, and it shows, because he got the drill from Sonic 2, and he's got the fingers from Sonic Mania or Sonic 2, depending on what you're looking at.
So in that instance, he did the thing that I was trying to avoid. That's okay though.
These things happen.
He's getting me for having such a clean fight last time.
Right. Such is the life too of being on things where it's like I have to memorize your stuff and pray that RNG loves me. Spoilers, chat. RNG doesn't love anyone.
Nope.
Oh, come on, dude.
Okay. Come over here. Okay.
Oof.
Oh, what? That's weird. You know what? I'm gonna do this.
Just go ahead and clear stuff. It's like, nah, I can't be messing around with y'all accidentally one day.
No. So the problem is that these guys, because there's so many on screen, they will slow everything down and eat your inputs. So you'll do a double jump and the game's like, nah.
I was just about to say, are we talking eat inputs as in you did the perfect example. You did a double jump, but it's going so bogged down and so slow that it's like, did you do a double jump? I don't think you did, homie. Oh, I don't agree with that last hit. I think that last hit definitely should have hit. And they're like, but it didn't. The game's trolling. The game is actually trolling.
All right. We are here.
On the final.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what you got, Wiley? Bring the heat. You won't.
So this first one is going to take a little bit longer just because I don't have his weakness, which is the remote mines. But once we get into the second phase, it'll be a little bit easier. And I say a little bit easier, but that's a lie.
Well, a little bit easier in Mega Man terms.
Yes.
A little bit easier in Mega Man terms. It's kind of like you have to make your own difficulty scale. It's like when you say easier, are we talking like Sonic easier, Mega Man easier, Denki Souls easier? Like what flavor of easier are we talking about here? Because some of these are easier and it's like, oh, it's still a nightmare, don't get me wrong.
High frames. You're going to see me abusing that a lot.
The iframes from the lightning bolt?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask about that too, because I saw that you've done it a couple times where you start the lightning bolt, but then you switch.
Yes. So as long as I get the starting ability, the start of the ability itself, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's all fine. Be all right. There we go. Not really.
Uh-oh.
Now hold on a second.
They really are trolling you.
They really are, man. They really are. That's time.
All right, time.
Oh,
That was that. He was trying it. Like they got you a couple of times there too. Where it's just like, nah, you trying to raise money to help someone with their Boston fund? Absolutely not. No, you gonna be
so
here.
just a couple of points to make for throughout the run. That ability that I got with the Buster is something that isn't typically part of the run, just because you want to utilize your special weapons more than your main weapon, and obviously because of the damage buff that you get from counterattacker. The Buster bonus, it's, I think if I remember right, it doubles the effect of the Buster, and I used that in some cases because I was either low on the ability needed or didn't have the ability on hand. What I should have done in this last deal was swap back, and I just completely forgot to do it.
And that's one of the challenging things I think about speedrunning in general, is like remembering all the things you have to do. Because I know even earlier in the run, there was a moment where it's like, this damage doesn't feel right. And it's like, oh yeah, the critical.
Yep, and that's exactly what it was. And it's always a hindsight 2020 after you beat it. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot to do that thing. That's cool.
Yeah. These things happen all the time, but that's something that just, it happens to the best of us. But I did want to take a moment to say thank you so much, Proto, for bringing out the Mega Man and Bass run once again. I always enjoy watching your runs. You always have like interesting and fun runs, and then you have challenging stuff too. Like, again, a Mega Man game is not easy mode in any way, shape, or form. It's a challenge. So seeing anyone go through and be like, I'm just gonna read this right quick, is very, very impressive. Did you have any shout outs or anything you wanted to do before you headed out of here?
Just a real quick, if anybody's wondering where to catch me, I am on YouTube. I run 2 channels. One is the main channel for Let's Plays and speedruns. I am actually currently learning Paper Mario in 1,000 Year Door, so you can catch that. I also run the second channel, Scrub City. If you love FGC content, that's where you can find that there. Outside of that, I appreciate everybody for just participating in this. This is a very good cause for a very good friend. And thank you guys for donating and doing what you can. And even if you can't donate, just thank you for being here and getting the word out that this is an event that's taking place. I really do appreciate it. Thanks again. Thank you guys so much for having me on this event, and I look forward to the next one.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Proto. And then something I wanted to piggyback off of from Proto while we get ready for our next run is, if you can't donate, that's perfectly fine, but I do want to kind of emphasize a couple of things about that just in general. First and foremost, every dollar helps. Every single dollar helps. If you can only donate $1, that helps. If you can donate $3, that helps. Don't feel bad that you can't come in and donate $500 to help the cause, because every single dollar helps. And every single dollar counts towards incentives and milestones and other cool things that we're going to be doing over the course of the weekend. So absolutely, if you can't donate, I implore you to please share it with your community, share it with your friends, put it on your socials, let people know, hey, they have a miniature speedrun marathon going, and it's really cool, it's really tight-knit, lots of friends coming together for a great cause. If you've got some dollars, drop it off, and if not, please share it with everybody. Absolutely, absolutely.